Hi, I'm Chuck Leavell. You know, in addition to my beautiful family, there's two things in my life that I have a special interest in and love for: music and trees. My wife, Rose Lane, and I own and manage our own forest land right here in Georgia, Shoreline Plantation. We grow southern yellow pine as well as other species here. And you know, as I get to travel the world with the Rolling Stones or some of the other artists that I'm so privileged to work with, I get to meet all kind of folks that also have a passion and love for trees, forests, and the outdoors. And now I get to share their stories with you. So join me as we journey through America's forests. Next up, Madison, where I get to go behind the scenes at the USDA's Forest Products Laboratory, or FPL. The FPL was started back in 1910 as the premier research facility of the U.S. Forest Service. From the very beginning, they've been a hub for cutting-edge testing of all kinds of things made from wood, from railroad ties to airplane propellers. For more than 100 years, the team here has found ways to make wood products stronger, more durable, and more sustainable. It all starts with close examination of different kinds of wood.
We're here at the Forest Products Laboratory's Center for Wood Anatomy Research, which is the home of the world's largest research wood collection. So in this room, we have scientifically collected wood specimens from all around the world.
Alex Wiedenhoft knows a thing or two about identifying wood species.
The first time I made my first slide of an unknown hardwood for wood identification, it was actually a specimen of elm, and I put it under the microscope, and it was so beautiful I got goosebumps.
Each and every species of wood has a unique cellular structure, and it takes years of training to learn the differences. But today, the FPL is harnessing computers to do the job.
In 2010, we initiated this project to develop a machine learning, computer vision-based system for wood identification that we called the Xylotron.
Xylotron? Sounds to me like some kind of science fiction robot. And that's not too far off.
So the Xylotron system consists of this imaging device through which you can capture good high-resolution images of wood, and an artificial intelligence software that's loaded onto this computer. So given a piece of wood, you take this imaging device and you capture an image. And the artificial intelligence systems processes this image and identifies this piece of wood as red oak.
The genesis of this project really came from going around the world and teaching human beings to identify wood to help combat illegal logging and protect endangered species, so that at the point of export, or at the point of it leaving the forest, or prior to it coming into another country, an inspector or a law enforcement person can say, wait a second, there's a problem here, and they can seize the shipment or take appropriate legal action. One of the surprising things that we've learned doing this project is just the global reach of illegal logging. About 80% of it worldwide is actually controlled by international organized crime. The global economic impact of illegal logging is estimated at about $130 billion a year in terms of the actual financial costs of lost revenue, lost taxes. But that doesn't really speak to the underlying environmental damage that totally uncontrolled deforestation can have on a forest, on an ecosystem, or on the world.
While as scientists, we are intrigued by these cellular patterns and we use them to make a scientific identification, you just cannot help yourself from admiring nature's art right here. It's just plain beautiful. That's it.
Another long line of research at FPL looks at wood as fiber, starting with pulp, and now at what's called nanocellulose. Nanocellulose is wood that's been broken down into microscopic fiber so that it can be used in making new materials, like packaging that replaces plastic or a concrete that is stronger and greener. But the FPL also works on a much larger scale. You might even say explosive. For decades, the FPL has conducted rigorous testing of the wood that goes into making our homes and offices, making sure they're safe to use. Dwight McDonald shows me how it's done. So Dwight, this is where you guys break stuff, is that right?
Yes, yes. This is actually what we call where the rubber meets the road. Yes, yes.
So what we're going to do, I think you're going to lower this piece down and,
Yes.
and put this vise
And then
together.
we'll move this head forward so
Right.
that both grips are full of material, and then we'll actually do our best to pull it apart.
We're going to blow this baby up.
Blow this baby up.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
Does that look about right?
Yep, that's just about right. He's going to move the head forward. And just work back and lock these in place.
Does that look good?
That looks good.
Okay,
We'll put a preload on and hit go.
let's do it.
All right.
How much pressure do you put on this thing?
It varies, but right now it's got about 800 and 900 pounds of force on it right now.
Okay, all right. And you break all kinds of different boards and woods
Yes.
and beams and
Exactly.
everything.
Exactly. And what we do here is we actually get down to the actual engineering properties of the material. Yeah.
All right, I'm hearing a little cracking
Yeah, about
there.
19,000 pounds.
19,000, we're at
Yeah,
19,000.
yeah.
The tension is building, man.
Yes, 29.
I'm getting nervous.
Yeah, 30,000.
Ooh, 30,000. Ooh. It's talking to us, isn't
Yeah.
it? Whoa! Fantastic. That was loud.
Yes.
There she blows.
Well, we would
Okay.
probably predict it right at a knot. There's a pattern of two
Yeah.
knots there and
Yeah.
stuff, and that would be the weakest section of the material. Yeah.
And the pressure, I'm looking at the meter,
Yeah, at least 39, maybe even 40,000.
40,000 pounds of pressure. Amazing. Well, it's great work that you're doing here, man.
Appreciate
Thank you.
you.
Yeah. Just gotta say, there's nothing like breaking boards to make my day.